You've just closed a 5-figure AI automation deal. The contract is signed and your logic is finally working. But now comes the moment where 40% of agents actually go to zero. The delivery. Most people think they can just export the JSON file, send it over a Slack thread, and call it a day. But that is the fastest way to get fired and lose your client to a broken workflow that they don't even know how to use. In this video, I'm walking you through the exact operational framework I use to host, secure, and hand over AI projects so they actually stay alive in production. I'm going to show you how to dodge the end-to-end license trap, the secret to hardening your webhooks against actual attacks, and why you should never, under any circumstances, pay for your client's API tokens. Let's get into the step-by-step blueprint of the professional AI fulfillment. The first question you have to answer before you even build the first node is simple. Where is this engine going to live? If you're using end-to-end, your entire business model depends on their sustainable use license. And if you get this wrong, you're either building a product you don't legally own or you're setting yourself up for a massive bill. I almost always recommend the client-hosted model because it turns you into an architect rather than an IT support technician. This means the client owns the instance, whether that's on the end-to-end cloud or their own private VPS, and they simply invite you in as a specialized builder. This keeps you compliant, keeps the data in their sovereignty, and most importantly, it means you aren't the one getting a surprise invoice when their automation starts running tens of thousands of times a day. Once the home is built, we have to lock the doors. And in the world of AI, that means treating your webhooks like the front door to a high security office building. A public webhook URL is essentially an open invite for hackers to hit your internal CRM or drain your API budget unless you harden it with signature validation. But security isn't just about hackers, it's about data privacy and the right to be forgotten laws. Professional fulfillment means configuring your system to print its own execution logs every 7 days, ensuring your client doesn't inadvertently build a massive non-compliant database of sensitive personal information that could trigger a legal nightmare. Let's talk about the biggest source of friction in every agency-client relationship: API keys and the billing babysitter role. I've seen countless agencies try to bundle API costs into a flat fee, and they always regret it the moment an AI agent starts looping or a client scales their usage through the roof. The rule is simple and non-negotiable. The client owns the keys and the client pays the token bill. You can use encrypted secret sharing vaults like 1Password to move these credentials into the system so they never have to sit in plain text email or Slack chat. By letting the client own the account, they get full transparency on their ROI, and you get out of the role of invoicing for pennies every month while your margins get eaten alive. You cannot test an AI workflow the same way you test traditional apps because AI is probabilistic. It doesn't have a single right answer, it has a likely answer. You have to move away from "it worked for me once" and embrace a black box evaluation protocol where you feed hundreds of real-world client examples through your system to track your task success rate. I'm not just looking for a green success light, I'm looking for how the system fails when it hits malformed data or empty fields. If you don't have an error handling subflow that logs every single failure and thought process into a master audit sheet, you don't have a production ready system. You have a ticking time bomb that will eventually destroy your reputation. When it's finally time to hand over the keys, the workflows need to be so visually clean and well documented that a developer who has never seen it before could understand the logic in under 5 minutes. This means naming every node to its specific business function, using sticky notes to explain complex logic gates, and strictly separating your test environment from your production instance. You need to provide every client with what I call a maintenance vault, a centralized document that includes their final JSON backups, video walkthroughs of the systems, and emergency standard operating procedures. This hygiene is what allows you to charge premium prices. Without it, you aren't an agency owner, you're just a freelancer waiting for a support ticket. Delivery isn't the end of the project, it's the beginning of a recurring revenue relationship, but only if you set the boundaries on day one. You need to be crystal clear with the client. They are paying for the build today, but they need a maintenance retainer to keep that infrastructure healthy tomorrow. A maintenance agreement covers bug fixes, model optimizations, and security audits. It does not cover building a new feature for free. By establishing these service level agreements early, you protect your time and give the client the confidence that the system won't just die the next time OpenAI drops a new model update. This is how you build a sustainable automation business that generates profit while you sleep. Delivering AI projects the right way is the bridge between a hobby and a legitimate enterprise business that your clients can actually rely on. If you're ready to stop guessing and start delivering production-ready automations, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next deep dive into the automation economy. I've also put together a massive resource guide with my exact delivery checklist that you can grab for free by joining my automation vault. The link is right in the bio, and I'll see you in the next one.